Right, hold on. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20
in this
on
week 3 of game 1.
Straight ahead, we've got what should be a
the
good
Miami
one
Dolphins
between
against the Jacksonville
Dolphins,
Jacksonville, Florida.
With that, let's get on up to Jackson.
Game.
It's our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. This fielded at the 2. Well, it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
Set. 60 out now. Go.
The first carry for Leonard Fournette. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Leonard Fournette, and unable to get downhill there. They'll take this up to about the 37. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to throw forward with Minshew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Charles Harris able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Trevor Davis. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Laird, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook in short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balazs. They're up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Balazs. Blaze Campbell on the stop. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who is known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
Calais Campbell's one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
That's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. That's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to put it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's in the end zone for a touchback. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Off play action, it's Minshew. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now what a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that one.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only to control things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue the trend here this afternoon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but it goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
15-1.
On 2nd and 12, Minshew flying over the middle, and it's incomplete. The running back Leonard Fournette is intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
The competition to go to the Pro Bowl at safety is fierce in the NFL, but Rashad Jones makes his case year in and year out as one who should go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here for Davis. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Let's just go to the football and run the training spread and win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run here with Blanche. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble. Doesn't it? Open up the book, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before they dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. And incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on it, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that will shorten your distance as well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting up third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to come in with a twice, so they're furiously going over threes on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And this time he's able to take it down to 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a first down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
A first down carry. And he stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. On the run, it's for him. They will be brought down at the 27-yard line. That would have first. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down a little bit. So how did you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Schmidt who have highlights and analysis of the first half. And our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to hook it in, and picks up the first down.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Minshew, 1st and 10. Wide complete. He finds Sharp. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now play fake here on 1st down. Got his hands caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver there to make the grab as his guys are first on the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on it and score a touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good to score that 7-0 Jaguars. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 to the 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down, Fitzpatrick. That's from the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
One of the advantages of playing defense, as I remember, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10. The shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And getting this just shy of midfield, spotted at the 49. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fitzpatrick. And he completed to Wilson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Fitzpatrick, the old warhorse, getting everybody up to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick, oh, this one's tipped and intercepted. Picked up on the linebacker Miles Jack. And these guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Look at DJ Chark. You see the rest of the offense head back out. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Throwing a first down is Minshew. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime with just a lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead as we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2,
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're score away from being right back there.
And the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, try to get them started again occasionally.
Fitzpatrick with the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Brett Clarker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they got themselves a first down. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football one-on-one here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Fitzpatrick. He'll try and run it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. The last drive, remember, a similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and they go play action. Fitzpatrick. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. Heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough to start to have a good drive quick with the big legs on the side, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Now they go straight, it's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yards back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback, because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. It's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me, what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll take it down shy to 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, don't let them keep away, don't you think?
Well, that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw it to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 41, Minshew throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you, with your IQ, you can pull that off. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
A little football 101 there. He just hit the receiver, trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit. So he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with 4 now. And he'll go down at the 20. They want to stop defensively right on the middle. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here. They'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter at number 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with 4 now. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Opening string, the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 14.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had the 3-yard down, got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now, they got a good break.
And defensively a backbreaker. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go terrible, did it? And you know what I mean by that. And old coach used to say all the time, hey, we have a lead late. Don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all total, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return until he stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And now bring up second down.
Had up a man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, Tony?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. It's throw incomplete. Great coverage there all around, but you didn't have any options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Dolphins having third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Fitzpatrick now. He's going to float this one. And he's intercepted. Hit by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here, when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Only on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. It's hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. It is going to be intercepted the third time. Picked out by the linebacker, Miles Trapp. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, you're trailing, it's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they come up first and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably line this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now Minshew. Open man is Westbrook complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, 62 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Lambeau for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Jaguars defense as they get ready to set up shop. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost as it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll give this up to the 34-yard line. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it man out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the game. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10. Probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gain at that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. And you put up the cooking press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover here as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They begin with a run by Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there. They'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 9 now from the 21. They'll run with Fournette. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A 15-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, But the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
They haven't. Jaguars win those 21-0 over the Dolphins. Gonna say up and down live stream. May 1st. Have on the Tuesday. Gonna be the 49ers going up against the Giants. I know who's gonna win that one. It's gonna be the Niners winning that one. So, I'll see you soon and we'll get that set up.